Captain Jake Morrison wiped the grease from his hands and stepped back to admire their handiwork. The Frankenstein's Revenge didn't look like much, a patchwork behemoth of salvaged hull plating, jury-rigged weapon systems, and engines that had been declared obsolete by 3 different galactic civilizations. But she was theirs, and she was magnificent. "Still can't believe they thought they were insulting us," laughed Chief Engineer Rodriguez, patching another section of Andromedan battle cruiser hull onto their Terran destroyer frame. A whole junkyard of worthless scrap as payment for that mining contract. The Zephyrian Trade Consortium had been smug about it. Humans were newcomers to galactic society, primitive bipeds who'd barely achieved faster-than-light travel. When Earth desperately needed rare minerals for their expanding colonies, the Zephyrians had offered a deal: mine asteroids in the dangerous Maelstrom sector, and they'd pay in salvage materials from their military surplus yards. The alien bureaucrats had chuckled among themselves, thinking they were dumping worthless junk on naive humans. Damaged Kretak battleship cores, stripped Vorthan shield generators, half-melted crystalline weapon arrays, the detritus of 1,000 battles across the galaxy. What they didn't understand was that humans had been making do with scraps for their entire evolutionary history. "Weapons check, Rodriguez," Captain Morrison called out. "Port side's got the Andromedan plasma cannons, still functional, just needed new power couplings," Rodriguez reported. "Starboard's got those Zephyrian particle beams we pulled from their dreadnought wreckage. And the main gun." She grinned. "Remember that broken Nexus superlaser they threw in as a joke?" Morrison nodded. The massive weapon had a cracked focusing crystal that made it completely useless, according to Nexus military specifications. What the aliens didn't know was that humans had centuries of experience fixing things that weren't flagship Pride of Stars. The main screen flickered to life, revealing Commander Veltar's insectoid face twisted in what humans had learned to recognize as smug satisfaction. "Ah, the human scavengers. I trust you're satisfied with your payment." Behind him, Morrison could see the sleek lines of the Zephyrian battle fleet, 12 pristine warships that represented centuries of advanced military engineering. They'd come to collect their mining quotas and probably to mock the humans' ramshackle vessel. "Very satisfied," Morrison replied. "In fact, we'd like to discuss renegotiating our contract." Veltar's mandibles clicked in amusement. "Renegotiate? You're in no position to make demands, human. You have one cobbled-together wreck against our entire battle group." "About that," Morrison said mildly. "Rodriguez, would you mind demonstrating our repair work?" The Frankenstein's Revenge had never been designed to look intimidating. But when every weapon system activated simultaneously, when shield generators from 6 different civilizations created a shimmering aurora around their hull, when the main gun began charging with a harmonic whine that made space itself seem to vibrate, suddenly their patchwork appearance became terrifying rather than pitiful. "That's impossible," Veltar whispered. "Those systems aren't compatible. The power requirements alone." "Human engineering," Rodriguez said proudly over the comm, "we don't follow your species' design limitations. When Kretak power cores can't handle Nexus weapons, we build better power cores. When Vorthan shields conflict with Andromedan engines, we write new integration software." The Zephyrian sensors must have been screaming warnings by now. The Frankenstein's Revenge was reading as a capital ship, no, a super dreadnought, with more firepower than anything in their databases. "You see," Morrison continued conversationally, "when you've been fixing cars with spare tractor parts, starships with washing machine—" Morrison smiled that particularly human smile, the one that had been terrifying predators since the African savannah. "A fair contract. And maybe you could tell your friends that when humans say they can fix anything, they mean anything." As the Zephyrian fleet slowly backed away, Rodriguez patted the bulkhead affectionately. "One species' trash really is another's treasure. The galaxy would learn to respect human ingenuity. And to think twice before giving them scrap."